Boa noite. Eu poderia também falar em português agora em inglês, eu sou pouquinho mais seguro. So first of all, just before I start, I would like to ask all of you, because it's important for my talk, that we have 3 lines over here in the audience. So I would like to ask you just to form 3 lines, so just the people behind stay seated, and everybody here, just that we have 2 people behind the table and 2 people in front of the table. Can we do that? And just to come a little bit together, because we're really distributed in the room, so can we just come in together and have like a school class? It would make things much easier. Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you so much for that, and I apologize for the small sports intervention. Okay, my name is Tobias Jodan. I am a German PhD student at Heriot University in Edinburgh. I'm doing my research, and I'm also working at the University of Pernambuco in Recife. And so you see, just on the globe, I'm quite distributed, and I'm doing quite international research, which maybe has to do with EURAXESS as well. Okay, just a short outline about my talk. At first, I would like to share with you some thoughts of mine about what I'm going to present. Then we are going to have that small live experiment. That's why I joined you here on the tables. And in the end, I will try to give some application to my research to tell you what we can do with it. Okay, thoughts about my presentation. So I was coming to Rio, and I was wondering, okay, how can I tell people what I'm working at? I'm working at social networks and the distribution of behavior throughout those social networks. This is very central to my research at the moment. So my first idea was, okay, tell them about voting decisions. Our voting decisions are heavily influenced by our peers, siblings, friends, parents, and all social networks. However, well, voting elections is a nasty thing over here, especially after these elections, so I just skipped that. The next idea was obesity. It has been shown that if your friends are fat, you will become fat as well. And not only that, it's even if the friends of your friends are fat, you'll become fat. And I will go further, there's 3 degrees of separation. So the friends of your friends' friends influence you so that you gain weight, okay? And this is because we imitate behavior like eating, doing sports, thinking about our health, okay? However, looking at the audience here, we do not have any problems with obesity. This is what I was expecting, that's why I'm skipping that as well. So my idea was, I'm going to Rio, and Rio to me, this is the city of music. I mean, you have samba, you have bossa nova, you even named your airport after Tom Jobim. Okay, so I'm pretty sure to access people from Rio, I have to talk with music. And that's what we are going to do. We are going to have a small imitation of a rock show over here. I guess that everybody here has already been to a rock show once, or has at least heard about it. And then you know that for the success of such a rock show, there are several things necessary. Of course, a good band, good music, a good light show, and the crowd. I mean, if you go to a show of Bon Jovi, and people stay seated like in a philharmonic orchestra, this wouldn't be a good rock show at all. So let's see, in a live experiment, I hope it works, how the crowd behavior can evolve by distributing behavior throughout social networks. And that's why I seated you there. I will just define some very, very simple rules in this audience, okay? So everybody within this audience right now, until the end of my talk, has at the most 2 friends, which is the person on your right side and the person diagonal to your front. Is that clear? Can everybody just shortly point out who is his friend, just with a hand? Right side, and front. So if there's nobody to your right side, I'm sorry, you don't have a friend. And if there's nobody to your front, you're all alone. So So is it clear over here? Everybody has his friends? Okay. And then we have a simple rule, which is a threshold, a half, 50%. If at least 50% of your friends imitate a new behavior, do a new behavior, I just want you to imitate it. Okay? And our behavior today is a very known one, it's a rhythm. I guess all of you have heard about the band Queen, Freddie Mercury. Okay, so you know that we will rock you rhythm. Okay? It's like. No, not yet. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to do that. I would like to ask you just to stand up. Yes, you. Thank you. So everybody is aware who is his friend, and if 50% of your friends are doing the behavior, you are going to imitate it. Okay? Is that right? So you will just perform with me. Just we will rock. Please think about it. Are you 50% of friends? Are you participating? What about your friends? What about your friends? Should you stand up there? What about you behind? Just calculate your 50% of your friends doing something. You here in the middle. You should be stand. Yes, I think so. What about you? Okay, so anybody look about diagonal to your front? Yeah, it's going to get very good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So we saw this was a show Rio would be proud of. Okay, Freddie Mercury would have come today, but unfortunately he couldn't. So let's see what happens if we change something within that rules. So we have the same rules as in the first experiment, but just those people here in the middle. So in this row, you just have now 3 friends, not only 2 but 3, which is the person to the right. The person diagonal to your front and the person behind you. Okay? So let's have the very same experiment again, and just be aware. You have now 3 friends, so 2 of your friends have to imitate a behavior for you to do the same, okay? Is that clear for you in the middle? For everybody else, the same system stays. Any questions? Okay. Can you please point out your friends? Please, you in black. Yeah. Quais são seus amigos?
São ela e
Awesome. So everybody understood. Okay. So the gentleman, please, can you help me? Okay, let's go on. What about you? So, is there a friend to your right?
The first row just the same friend?
No, you just say it as you are. Everybody else has the same rules. Just start again. Okay. Shall you maybe stand up? What about you? I'm not sure that you should have said. We have 3 friends. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you see. Now it didn't work that well, you see. The whole audience seated, it was more like a German Philharmonic orchestra than like Queen. So I guess, and this is what I'm looking at. Network structures influence the distribution of behavior throughout networks, okay? And this is what I'm actually interested in. And I want to find out that those simple mechanisms that can represent the distribution of behavior throughout networks, which is a threshold, imitating behavior, something like that. And what can we do with it? It's like, if you see, for example, a network, here we have 2 behaviors, which would be staying seated and stand up. Staying seated is black and white is standing up, okay? Just to get some breath, and we're talking a lot. Okay? So, if you look at this and we find out that simple rules that I taught you about, then we can have a simulation. A model, a computer model. And within the simulation we can see the spread of that behavior throughout the network. So then we have quite a part of the population that is standing and clapping, for example. It's imitating behavior. But, yeah. So, but then it stops, that behavior. Okay? But we want to reach more people if we have a good behavior, like a healthy behavior, not eating a lot, something like that. And then we can go and say, okay, let's hit some important individuals within that society. And oh, sorry, I just can't see the clock. Okay, so I'm ready. And if we get the right individuals within the society, we can see that we reach even more people, you know? So now the whole network is imitating behavior A, is singing and dancing, is eating less, is dedicating in school, and so on. Okay? And that's actually the applications are very, very broad of this research. We can think about taxation issues, paying our taxes. We can think about health issues, as I told you. Education and social benefits is what I'm looking at. I want to find out how we can motivate school children to dedicate themselves more to their own education. Okay, my time is over, I guess. So thank you so much. Have a nice evening, enjoy the night, and good night.